One of my favorite courses in the country is only 9 holes and 2,400 yards long. It costs $15 to play, and the beers are $2. It's got train tracks running through it. It wraps around a cemetery. But in a city where almost everything is built for tourists, it's something that's built for the residents. And today it's a model for what a municipal golf course can be.
Yeah.
Winter Park is a small city just north of Orlando, meaning it's an easy 2-hour drive down from Jacksonville. Tron and Randy were enamored with another idea.
All right, these guys thought it'd be a better idea to take the train.
I thought it was the only idea.
It's gonna be fun to see the country a little bit.
You guys are like those people who went to Pinehurst in like 1935.
We gotta go. You
guys got your tickets? Don't talk to any strangers. See you guys.
I used to live in Orlando, and I probably played Winter Park 100 times. I think that's where I finally learned that golf doesn't have to be hard to be fun, which now seems like maybe one of the most important lessons you can learn playing golf.
Dude, I got some coffee. Wish I could get a look at those Winter Park pin sheets.
Back then, the course was definitely nothing special. It was raggedy and uninspiring, but it was cheap and it was close. Today, though, there's a reason that the place is definitely worth the drive, or I guess the train ride.
Just after Miss Shorty will be Winter Park. Let's go, Winter Park.
And very smooth ride. You know, I think that's one thing that gets lost is like, man, you feel like you're floating almost.
Did you guys get any looks because of the golf clubs?
Oh, really? It was a pretty accepting crowd.
Yeah, everybody was pretty asleep. It was a kind of an unconscious vibe on the train. How do you think DJ and Sully are getting along on the interstate?
I bet they're getting ejected by traffic right now.
Had to make sure we documented this. This is first time for everything. But
Yeah, traffic in Orlando. I'm as surprised as you are. Admittedly, driving through Orlando is something I wouldn't wish on most people. But once you get to Winter Park, things just seem to slow down and get much more peaceful.
Yeah, kind of.
Roll a couple? Yeah. Godfather. Guy gets it.
The golf course in Winter Park was built in 1914 and it just feels historic when you play it. Each hole is built on a small parcel of land surrounded by cobblestone streets, and at times it feels more like a city park with pin flags than a championship golf course. But to understand what makes the course so good now, you have to realize where it came from. In its more than 100 years of existence, the golf course became overgrown and run down. Finally, in 2014, the city of Winter Park freed up enough money to give the course a much-needed renovation. Rather than pouring money into the design fee of a big-name architect, the city was sold on the duo of Riley Johns and Keith Rebb. The project was going to be the first solo design for the duo, but they had an extensive background in the industry, working for Core & Crenshaw, Tom Doak, and others. The committee armed them with a $1.2 million budget and a single bulldozer, and they went to work, bringing in Blake Conant to assist with the bunkering. Working as a small team and making changes in the field and on the fly, the project was completed so far ahead of schedule and so far under budget that Riley and Keith were able to use the extra money to put in a community putting course. They call it the Back Nine, and it's free to anyone who happens to pass by it. The course now is completely different than it was. It's full of strategy, and the green complexes are wild. It's wall-to-wall fairway, and it's a perfect example of creating something playable for high handicappers while keeping it interesting for the good players. It's short and it's scoreable, but it's all the challenge you're looking for on a relaxing walk in the park. Birdie at the first for Tron. A lot of activity on the road today. Are the cars in play today?
I'll say this, the first time I was here, I hit across 2 roads.
Like this screen is like maybe the most different from what it used to be. It was legitimately a third the size of this.
Tell us about this one.
Number 4 is another one that made a huge change. Basically, like the shape of the hole is obviously the same. You have the cemetery on the left and the houses on the right. But what they really changed was adding that bunker right on the inside of the dog leg, which now like that is kind of the only thing you think about when you're trying to hit a tee shot out there. So the further you play away from the bunker, the worse you get. It just makes it a fun little par 5. All right, so this just showcases like a really great par 5 here. You have the 2 boys who didn't really want to take on the hazard over there with a long shot. You got the kid up there cutting the corner in the middle of the fairway. And you have the overly aggressive being punished really hard and reminded of their mortality at the same point.
Do I hit it with the back of the face or just with the club face? Oh, that was pure. That was the one. Bam, bam, bam.
God, that's so good, Randy.
Oh, I thought we'd have a little backstop against it then.
Very, if you give them out cookies, you guys kind of have cookies.
Oh shit! Right in the middle of the road.
Into the lion's mouth bunker.
How nice is that?
Like, if this isn't living under par, I don't know what is.
Hope he knows that kid.
Here's the thing, if all the golf courses were like this, the game would be too big. We'd have to shrink the game. Go! Had you for a 1/36, Sully, which
2 birds and a triple?
is I think you actually shot a 37 with your handicap now. 39 for Randall.
Hello to Randall.
A couple doubles early.
35 for DJ. Big putt there on the last.
Get to Stephen Carr.
Living right around par. 5, 29. 35 for Uncle Tron as well.
Ooh.
Well done.
Were you missing more length out there? Did you feel tested?
I feel like I hit a lot of different clubs. A lot of long irons. I mean, you might think it's a short course, you just start hitting short irons. I feel like we hit a ton of long irons.
I hit a bunch of 8 irons and some 6 irons.
What is the yardage on the card?
Third, 2480
Jeez.
from the black, and we played it up on quite a few holes.
It doesn't feel that short at all.
We probably played it 2400.
Felt pretty short. I think the yardage is reduced a little bit. I'll say this, it was perfect given the circumstances of just rolling off the train, walking here, just playing away. Just free and easy. We're planning on taking another spin, probably 3 club challenge. So we're gonna explore a little bit, go find a nice little bistro. There are a couple that caught my eye walking in. I think that's the play. Casual lunch, come back, another knockabout. Is this edible?
Chicken and waffle with a fried egg. It's cool. I had a smoothie this morning.
Sally's gonna be so sleepy.
I think lunch is gonna be more expensive than all the golf. You cool with that, CFO?
Yeah, I guess.
Thanks, Dad.
We'll see. I'll review it.
It's a bad sign, fellas.
What clubs did everybody take? Sally, what are you taking?
3-wood, 8 iron, 56.
Okay. Very conventional setup.
3-wood, 9 iron putter.
Some
DJ's labeled me reckless.
Some potential gapping issues.
I got a 3-iron hybrid, 7-iron, and a little product placement here for the kids. 60-degree Mac Daddy with
Flip that around.
with the PM grind. This thing is gnarly.
I'm gonna go
You planning on being in this handle?
3-iron, 7-iron, pitching wedge. Putting with the 3-iron, which is very unconventional.
Wow.
Gonna go for it.
About chipping this. I have too much respect for Riley and Keith.
I think the coolest thing about Winter Park is that it actually works. After losing money for years, the course actually made money in the first year after the renovation. Things are looking even better this year. The place puts the emphasis on all the right things, and as a result, it's packed with people of all ages and skill levels. If you get the chance, you need to hop on the train and go join them.